The tips in this video will do three things. One, it'll help you be softer and less forceful. Two, it'll help you get comfortable with people taking care of you and serving you. And three, it'll increase your feminine energy, especially when you are at home. Let's get into the video. Hello intentional woman, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayanime and we're jumping right into the first tip, and that is no heavy lifting as long as there's a man at home with you. Let me know if this sounds like you. You are with a man at home. Maybe you need to bring down something heavy from maybe a top drawer or something. And rather than ask for help from him, you struggle and drag that thing and drag it until you bring it down. Does that sound like you? Trust me, we are many. If this is you, it has to stop. Ladies, as long as there's a man around you, whether it is your father, your brother, your uncle, as long as there's a man around you, you shouldn't be doing any heavy lifting. I'm talking about things like moving furniture, lifting heavy boxes, or in African homes, turning on the generator when there is no power. You see all of that? It has to stop. In other words, no hard work. Ask them for help. My dad raised me to be really independent, to know how to do all of these things for myself. And that's amazing. But when I started my femininity journey, I realized how damaging this little thing can be, even to the extent that there will be a man around me and I'll still go ahead and do it. It's even worse for girls like myself who have the muscles, we look strong. We sort of adopt the mindset of, I can do it, so let me do it. Oh no. Your new mantra going forward should be, I can do it. But if there's a man around, let him do it. You need to get comfortable with not doing certain things, especially when you have a man around. It's a win-win. You get to increase your feminine energy while he gets to feel needed. This tip also extends to situations that doesn't necessarily involve heavy lifting. Things like cooking. If you have a partner who likes cooking, why then would you want to be in the kitchen slaving away? Simply because you were raised to believe that cooking is a woman's job. This actually reminds me of a story that a friend shared with me. He said, Ayanime, I was dating this girl and she went to work. When she came back, I had cooked. Immediately she walked into the house and realized that I'd cooked. She started crying. She was like, oh, you don't like my food. You're cooking because you don't like my food. According to him, it took a lot of convincing to let her know that, oh no, I cooked because I didn't want you to come back all stressed from work and then you had to go into the kitchen to cook. That's such a wounded feminine energy. Don't let that be you. As long as there are people around you, especially men, who want to serve you, want to take care of you, no matter the situation, let them do it so that you can sit in your feminine energy and enjoy being taken care of. Number 2, close doors gently and drop things gently. I know you're wondering, okay, Anime, how does this really help increase my feminine energy? I'll tell you, if this is you, then you need to be more intentional about softening your mannerism, because mannerisms like that are too forceful, too loud, and almost masculine. It may seem little, like it doesn't really matter, like it will not do anything for your feminine energy, but I promise you, when you become more intentional about softening your mannerisms with this little tip, you will start to notice other areas of your life that you had been too forceful. What's happening there is that you are essentially retraining your brain to start to appreciate softer movements in yourself and in others. Because when you are at this end, opening doors and banging doors forcefully, dropping things loudly, stomping around, dropping your shoes really loud when you want to wear them, you don't really notice it. You think it's normal, you think this is it. But once you start practicing what I'm sharing with you, you start to notice and you will be shocked. I'm telling you, this happened to me. It was when I started being very intentional with this that I realized that one of my friends, when she gets excited, she would punch and push me.
Did Joey tell you to say that? You guys are too much!
For a long time, that was normal to me. It was okay. But when I started practicing this, the next time she did that, I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. Please don't do that. It is amazing what this little tip can open your eyes to, because we always think it's the big things that matter. Yes, they do, but the small things matter too. So if you violently close a door, go back and close it gently. If you drop something loudly, pick it up and drop it gently. If you're sitting down here and maybe you have a bin somewhere there and you use it as a basketball hoop, so you throw something in there and it makes a loud noise, guess what? Stand up, walk to that bin, pick out that thing and drop it gently. Make this into a habit so that your brain starts to love and appreciate softness. That way, that softness can begin to spread to other areas of your life. Number 3, stop rushing around the house, especially when you're doing your chores. I understand wanting to do your chores in a timely manner, but then there is a pace that is almost chaotic, right? This is where you march around the house, sweeping, dusting, cleaning with so much force and so much speed that even the Flash becomes jealous. And you're not doing this because you're in a hurry. Oh no, this is your default. My mom would say, Adubo. I'm from Akwa Ibom, so that would mean like you're just hacking away at your chores. Trust me, I get it. If you never had anybody teach you to slow down and be present while you're doing things, it is difficult to do things any other way. But that is why this channel was created, to teach you and inspire you. And I am telling you, slow down. Slow down when you're cooking, when you're cleaning. Don't make rushing a default, because when you are rushing, outside the fact that you can injure yourself, you're not present. You're not connected to your body or even listening to your subconscious and your creativity. Haven't you noticed how your best ideas come when you are doing something random, but you are not being forceful or chaotic about it? You're present, you're doing that thing, and you just have the most amazing idea. This happens to me, but it only happens when I slow down, I am connected to what I'm doing, and I am finding a way to enjoy my chores because I'm essentially taking care of my space. So again, slow down, because the same way picking and dropping things gently can soften other areas of your life is the same way rushing around your home can infect other areas of your life. And I am sure you don't want that. Now, number 4, practice walking slowly at home. I keep stressing at home because a lot of the habits that we as feminine women, we want to build or break has to be intentionally practiced at home. Because if we only do these things when we go out, then it is not a part of us. It's just a show that we put on for other people. And trust me, this will make you feel fake. So if you are the woman who walks really, really fast, even when you don't have to, if you know you stomp around, you're very forceful when you're walking. I'm talking about dashing to the car, bolting into a shopping mall, flying into your office, rushing up to a date. Talking about it, I'm even out of breath. That is what it feels like when you are rushing left, right, and center. People are watching and they're wondering what's going on. If this is you and you want to be more intentional about walking at a good pace that is also feminine and soft, what better place to do that than your home, where you can easily set an alarm or a reminder and you walk around your home. Practice swinging your hips and be connected to your body. Practice what it feels like to take your shoulders back and walk as the feminine woman that you are. What better place to do that? I'm telling you, make it your practice hall. Maybe take 5 or 10 minutes out of your day and practice walking in a feminine manner until it becomes a part of you, because you do not want to miss your potential partner. Oh yes, because before he can say hi to you, you've zoomed on past. Number 5, beautify your home. If you were raised in a typical Nigerian or African home, you will realize that every purchase that had to do with home decor was very practical and very sensible. Nothing about aesthetics mattered to our parents. And that is why We see children with really big clothing and shoe because the parents want them to grow into it. Again, very practical. And it is so easy to adopt this mindset. Maybe not in regards to your clothing items because you're older, you want your clothing to fit you, but in the way you purchase things for your home. I use myself as an example. Before I started my femininity journey, my goodness, give me a curtain, mattress, a table, and a chair, and I'm good. I can live with that. I didn't really care about beautifying my space. But when I started this journey, I became more intentional about bringing beauty into my space. I started caring about things like scented candles and home plants and flowers. I started making sure that my home furniture had a feminine and pleasing aesthetic instead of that very masculine and plain aesthetic. So that is what I mean by you beautifying your home. Even things like pots, plates, curtains, bed sheets, all these things can be both practical and beautiful. These are two mirrors, right? One is, of course, very practical, a very sensible purchase, but one is also practical and sensible, but it is also aesthetically pleasing. So when next you're going shopping for your home, ask yourself, this purchase I'm making, am I just focusing on the practical and sensible side of it? I think I'm really repeating those two words. Anyways, ask yourself that question. Or are you also taking into consideration the color, the shape, and if it'll beautify your space? Become that intentional, because at the end of the day, you are not just adding beauty to your home, you're also creating a space that feels safe, soothing, and peaceful. Number 6, add a feminine detail to your appearance when you're spending the day at home. It is easy to think that for you to feel feminine when you are at home, you have to drench yourself from head to toe in a feminine attire. That's not true. Adding a feminine detail to a plain home look can make a difference. You could have on a comfortable loungewear with a pair of earrings, or maybe dainty bracelets like what I have on right now, a dainty necklace, a hairband, a ring, or even lip gloss. These things may seem small, like it wouldn't make any difference, but I assure you it'll increase your feminine energy because these things are adornments. You are beautifying yourself. You'd really have to be in your masculine energy to not feel your feminine energy increase when you beautify yourself. So yeah, you could have on a really comfortable or plain looking pajamas, but add a piece of jewelry and you will not just look feminine, you also feel feminine. And number 7, stop having loud conversations at home. So this is typically when you are in one room and you're having a conversation with somebody in another room. I know this will be difficult for mothers with little children and women who have siblings, but you have to try. You really, really have to, because all that yelling, right, has a way of becoming second nature. And you won't know when you would take that yelling from your home to the outside, which can be embarrassing. I have a video on 11 tricks that will help you instantly sound softer, feminine, and attractive. And in that video, I talked about how you can deal with having a loud voice and how you can break the habit of having loud conversations at home. I'll leave the link in the description so you can go watch it. And ladies, here are my final thoughts. For you to embody the feminine moves and habits you admire in other women, you have to start practicing them at home. So make your home your practice hall. Instead of adopting the "this is my home, anything goes" mindset, how about forcing yourself to practice these little tips until they become a part of you? Trust me, you will be so proud of yourself when you either break a habit or build a new one that really helps increase your feminine energy. And that's it for today's video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these tips resonated with you, or which one of them gave you an aha moment? I look forward to reading your comments. Don't forget to like the video, share it with somebody, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because on this channel, you're going to level up your life one video at a time. Trust me, you'll love it here. As always, ladies, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.